up, everybody? Welcome back to the Long Play Listening Party, Part 2. Cory Phillips and the Band of Lights, Sex Thirsty Love Hunger. Did I get it?
Sex Thirsty Love Hunger.
Sex Thirsty Love Hunger. Side 2 coming up in just a couple minutes. Everybody's here, Royce, Nate, and Cory, of course. Cory, tell us about, side...
A week later, magically.
What's that?
I said it's a week later, magically.
It's a week later. Everyone knows by now we're doing the shows 2 at a time, which we hope... The reason, we hope that works with your schedule. We're trying to get a consistent release, Friday, long play, whether it's your lunch break, your commute, your Friday night, whatever it might be. This last week's show, this week's show, probably good for a Friday night, maybe Saturday night. Listen to Sex Thirsty Love Hunger. Mm-hmm. Light some candles with Cory Phillips. Cory, tell us about, LP1, which we've heard last week. Check it out if you haven't already, versus LP2. Is it did you go for different vibes, or is it kind of consistent, or what are you feeling?
Well, as I was saying last week when I was here, it was quite a task to arrange the titles over 2 albums, and that you have 3, the times of songs, and then your own sort of impression of which songs belong together, or then what expressions you want to, or what journey you want to take somebody on throughout the record. So there's a lot of different things that go into arranging the song order on an album. So the original concept of Sex Thirsty Love Hunger was exploring the dichotomy between sexual love and intellectual love, or romantic love. And that was sort of a relic from my childhood, listening to the Billy Idol Vital Idol album, where side 1 was very get ready for the club, and side 2 was very coming back from the club, and getting it on, And so that was kind of how I was going to treat this, where it was just record A, or record 1 was, this sexy concept and romantic love on the other one, but I couldn't quite do it. So I thought what I decided to do was just let everybody kind of decide where they were on the spectrum as they listened to it all. And I think there's some assumptions that can be made, and some arguments can be made that this side is a little bit more on the romantic side than the sexual side. But I'm not saying anything about that. I'm not gonna decide for anybody. This first song, "Slow Down," is one of our favorites in the catalog. It's probably one of the oldest ones too. I thought we'd start off album 2, side 3 with it. Obviously the first side, as you mentioned, we came on strong and kept that upbeat vibe alive for 5 or 6 songs. Where on this side of the album, it starts off a little bit more mellow, a little more chill.
Cool.
Yeah, it finishes out pretty strong.
Yeah.
I thought Lauren and Chelsea were singing back up.
I was going to say, great job. That was bad.
Thanks, man. Thanks. If I could fool Nate, fool the band into believing that somebody else.
There's no slide against Chelsea or Lauren. I just thought the vocals were just really well done.
I captured the
it makes sense. They're so concisely put together.
Another little detail I like on this one, and I've heard it on a couple other tracks, or I've noticed it on a couple other tracks, 5-string bass, in that deep, some of those extended low notes are really great.
That's right. Good ear. Mario would be flattered that you caught that. Takes one to know one.
It's something that can, if you don't if you take a too heavy hand with it or something, or you don't have the right, equipment to capture it, it can really kind of mess things up if it's not done right. And here it's just tucked right in there.
I've got to lay my weary heart down somewhere between your thighs. And I feel I'm going down, how I'm always on the ground when I should be flying. So
Sounds like steam kind of coming out of the street or something.
I'm not going down, no. I'm flying.
Nate's actually playing some piano on the song. I think it's the only song that you play piano on.
Piano in it. It sounds good though.
Which, it takes a pretty pure song to put piano on in this day and age.
There's still Rhodes, I think, on there. Cam's phrasing,
Nice.
and like every solo is just
Yeah.
Ooh. Going somewhere a little different. Nice change.
Those cymbals sound just perfect. Like they're doing exactly what they.
It finishes with the instrumental chorus. It's a very existential way to end this song.
Yeah, that's a really cool opening to the kind of the second half of all this, because the tempo's down a little bit, but you're still introducing, kind of like you talked about at the beginning of the first show, you're still introducing new ideas. The piano, some of the chord changes are different than anything we've heard so far, and so there's still a lot of freshness happening. Even, and we're over halfway through the whole album at this point. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've often wondered if the second half could have stood up as it is with the song order as its own record too. But it would have had to start with that song and then come in hot here with Right All Night for You, which also would have been fun too as a listener.
Yeah, I could definitely hear playing these in reverse order. It'd be a different experience, but I think it would work.
I might try that sometime.
This to me is kind of a Jamiroquai-ish.
Very Jamiroquai. And then as we get into it, I put in some Shalimar for sure.
Okay.
Some of that 70s pop funk.
I got a smooth mojo working. I got my dad on other flights. I got my head.
Mario on the double bass line.
Yeah.
I see her move
That's ridiculous.
Nothing stopping me, I'm riding high. Ooh, feel like I could fly tonight.
Cory, what'd you grow up listening to?
Man, Michael Jackson and Prince, obviously.
Sure.
Chicago, Billy Idol. I mean, I liked the stuff my mom was floating, like, you know, the Steve Miller and all that 70s, Steely Dan and Doobie Brothers. But I was a child of, like, the late 80s. And then grunge. I was heavy into grunge, for real, but then when I started playing more music, I was into classic rock. But man, then I found Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye and Al Green, and I haven't gone back to anything else, you know. I learned how to play those piano chords on most of their songs, and so that's the kind of music I started writing. It was a more R&B, 4-note chord songs, and I mean, I've been growing up for a long time, so there's been a lot of music. I'm still growing up, and like, I remember I was like 30 when I fell in love with Aretha Franklin. 31, I was listening to Lionel Richie. So it just eating it all up. I guess in that way, people have compared the songs to or my songwriting to, or actually just the sound, maybe my singing, to Lenny Kravitz and Jamiroquai, who are two of the more noted revisionists out there. You know.
Well, I've seen you play like a solo set, and you do get into more Americana type of stuff.
That's true. Kind of the Cat Stevens, Eagles.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Which is, I also dig, man. It'd be fun to make some.
We'll have to get
like
busy
that.
on that third album, the next album. But yeah, this album, which was going to be very disco and very like party funk,
Right.
needed to come first before anything else.
Oh.
Burning a hole in my pocket. So in the future, you know, whether it goes into some more R&B or we do some acoustic flavorings or some, you know, bulkier flavorings remains to be seen. But this one had to happen.
Oh, for sure.
In all its grandeur too, 14 songs.
Dude, it's got some heft to it, man.
Maybe we'll release
14
another one
songs,
that's like more.
an hour and something long. We're saying that if you buy the vinyl, you're getting a great deal. Man.
Yeah. Maybe we'll release another one that's like more sex, thirsty, love, hunger.
Sex, thirsty, love, hungrier. Sexier,
So I
thirstier,
got, we got
lovelier.
three vocal rounds
There you go.
here. Three of them happened at once. They were introduced throughout the. I call them three different boogies. Bad enough for you. That's just pure disco fun. Is this where we drop it down?
Maybe.
I think this is where we drop it down, give it a take. Oh yeah. This one's guaranteed.
Very nice.
candles are lit, baby.
This might be like one of my favorite, if not favorite, to play live.
Very delicate stuff on everybody's part.
Oh man, it's just like,
And me singing directly about having sex right at that moment. In real time.
You ready, this part of you. So show me now. Untouched.
There's that Prince.
That's right.
I wanna hurt you with healing and heal you with hurt until you back out your shit.
that there's why I swore it was Lauren and Chelsea, man.
Yeah?
Like, I knew you were singing some of the background. Yeah.
Yeah, that was masterful.
Yeah, we're for real, man. I did a remix of this track, so I had all the stems, so that background vocal stem was,
Still didn't
and
know.
the whole until tonight, I thought it was Lauren and Chelsea.
It's a give and a take.
I see why you like playing this stuff so much, Nate, because there's a lot to dig into.
All my word to you, baby. Tender and violent, rendering me silent. Your cheeks burning red.
And a lot of space too for you to, you can kind of push things around with how you voice things and
Yeah, I was about to say that sometimes I need to not play as much, but at the same time,
Not true.
there's so much, like you said, like opportunity and space to do things. You just have to, just has to be tasteful, man. That's the only way it works. So that's a continual process.
Yeah, everybody in the band is kind of stepping on their tail, making sure they're not overplaying something
Yeah, exactly.
or trying to let something happen. Let the other person do something.
Listening to everybody, especially Mike Ham.
Right, let him do it.
yeah, you can tell it's a band of listeners and a generous band, that's happy to kind of spread it around.
Right on.
All of me, all inside of you, yeah, sugar, sugar, baby. Part of the moon and the wind and the rain. They're born there, baby, in our bed, in between your legs. Pleasure, all pleasure. See, it's a give and a
I think it was amazing, once we were in the mixing stage, how I was surprised at some of the mature sounds that developed, just in the process of recording. That maybe we weren't quite there before, but then once it was done, it's like, wow, something really became more sophisticated or more amazing in the process. And to be able to sit on that, that's what's on tape, is really cool.
almost as real, almost as real, almost as real.
You talked a little bit about mixing with Robert, was it? And you want to talk more about the mix and kind of that process?
Robert Rebeck is a wizard. He was entertaining us. He was keeping us entertained by mixing a little bit along the way, as different components were added, just so that we felt the music appropriately to what we were, what we were adding to it felt right. So it felt like it was kind of put together a little bit before he actually mixed it. But when he did mix it, it was hard to find any fault with it. It was like, it was so nice. He wove wonders. I don't know. He's a wizard.
So you were touching base with him as you were recording at your house and kind of doing a little preview thing? Or?
He commuted from Kansas City for our sessions here at my home.
Oh, so he was kind of engineering too?
He was the engineer.
Gotcha.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. And he'll tell you, he's like, I'm never doing that again. But I think he would, because the result is fine. The only thing is that nothing was hardwired, like a studio is. So we had to bring in some different components he wasn't comfortable with, or all his favorite stuff wasn't there. But I think he may do. He may do.
More than may
I
do.
think he feels happy about it. Sounds really good to me. I couldn't have been happier. I'd do it again. I messaged him like a month later. I was like, you ready to do the next one? He's like, no. I need a break. But it was a good 2 months together. And he's a funny guy. He's an unsuspectingly talented. You wouldn't guess that he has the know-how he does with R&B music, but he knows exactly what to do with it. But it's pretty straightforward. What we gave him is pretty much what's there. There was no real production to it. Just weaving the edits and the automation. Is that what's called? Automation?
Automation.
Automation. Automation. Yeah, I'd do things with him again. Recommend him to anybody. Here we got Groove Machine, which is a little return to the Motown sort of Wilson Pickett vibes that were alluded to in maybe some earlier songs.
Sometime I'm your love machine.
Are there some other songs on here that are kind of with that 60s retro? These are like Born to Lose, maybe.
Got your drug on my lips, blood on the wounded knee. Oh, brother, they wanna send me back out to the street. Sometime I'm your love machine. Help me, baby. Sometime I'm your love machine. Sometime I'm your love machine. Sometime I'm your groove machine. Oh, sugar, I'm taking on deep into serenity.
This is one of the more happy-go-lucky tracks on the album.
Gonna get my soul.
A little shorter and to the point, just a little ray of sunshine in there.
Like sunshine and moonlight.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Featuring Nate on keyboard solo.
Do you guys, how do you decide on key sounds? Corey, you kind of tell Nate what you want, or Nate, are you picking what instrument and sound to put in, or?
Well, a lot of the stuff that I do is based from, or comes from his old keyboard player Al, or the keyboard player in LA, Al.
Gotcha.
But then we kind of did some different things, but the core sounds like the electric piano, the clavs, strings, organ. The organ. I think I added a little more of, just because I had the Nord, and it sounds so good.
All these guys kind of know exactly what the feel is, and it's down to a couple little things, especially as often as they've heard these songs. Nate, when he came in, was learning from my LA keyboardist who had his tones set up, and we would set those up just a matter of talking about how, what the influence of the song was, kind of set that vibe or that era straight. But then Nate's come like and pulled some variations on things, and I might be like, no, let's pull it back here, or maybe a little bit more aggressive on this, or let's do. He's like, oh, but there's this organ. It's like, oh, there's the organ. Well, go at it, you know. So it's a little bit of a push and pull, but in the end, the right sound seems to win, and he's much more knowledgeable about what he can do, or what's out there, you know, as far as tone banks and different organs and keyboards. And I'm kind of just like, you know, just make it like, I don't know, like, or more round, or more, you know, or more square, or can it get sexier? How about sexy? And he usually fits it in. Now on the record with the Moog sounds, that was a challenge because we were going for different things and different kind of space effects and things like that. But in the end, it came out pretty cool.
Yeah.
This song, Sweet Disaster's been kind of... There was a prequel release a couple years ago, like a remix of our live version, and so to record this finally and make it the what would you call it, the final definitive recording of it. It's really cool. You even got that clavinet sort of.
I think that was a good.
Those like rotor teeth in there that gives it like that.
I'm glad we tried that because that sounds pretty good.
This is a big favorite to our listeners. I like it too. It's a you know, it's a disco jam, kind of Michael Jackson meets Jamiroquai or Sister Sledge or something.
Yeah, it seems like a good dance tune.
And then it's got this fun breakdown too for Mario and the rhythm section.
I don't think I can take anymore. Girl, I just can't seem to get myself back to my door.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to believe that fate is gonna tell us who we are. Emancipation, the true transformation, the corn delusion. Can't swim free from your hazy ways. What can I do but wait? I'm a sweet disaster. I'm a sweet disaster. I'm a sweet disaster.
Yeah. That's fun. That's fun to play live too. Here's that Tavares countdown. And we turn on a dime into Mario Land. I guess you do the clav and I'm doing the acoustic jamming.
You know, it's subtle, but having the acoustic through almost everything is a really nice kind of...
Yeah, it's a rare thing. It makes it kind of more organic.
Yeah.
Like it keeps just like sort of an earthy vibe to all what could escape into digital land, you know? That's at least from my perspective of it. Is it yours? Is that how you mean?
That's a Nate question and he's thinking, right?
No, for you.
It's for you.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking I would use different words, but totally, I mean, yeah. Just that you said earthy exactly. I mean, just kind of grounding it all and making it consistent and making it so it's not. I mean, obviously it's rooted in disco and R&B and soul, but it's not limited to that. You know, there's other influences coming in, and the acoustic guitar is a subtle reminder of that to me. You know.
We pulled it all the way back to the chorus. Little known fact, little trivia. That's Robert Rebeck on the hand claps.
Nice.
I wondered that. I wondered who was on those
Hand
claps.
claps. There's another little known fact. I had to tell him to turn that back. Turn that down.
That's awesome.
I'm like, I know you're proud of those. He's like, no, I thought they were pretty good in the middle. I'm like, let's just. You would think that they were just right in the mix. That marks the end of the disco sort of features, because we kind of move into this bonus section of the album.
Yeah, these are both different than pretty much everything else.
An encore of sorts.
This to me is sort of almonds.
Almonds and Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Hendrix, Prince.
A little southern, so it's got some Leonard Skinner in there, maybe. The backup vocals remind me of Skinner, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, Cory, I mean, working in kind of this genre, I bet you've crossed paths with some guys from my old stomping grounds, Josh Hoyer and Soul Colossal.
No.
You don't know those guys?
I don't think so.
They're from Lincoln, and
I do know some Lincoln fellas.
yeah, I'll send you a link. You should check them out. They're really good.
Soul Colossal.
Josh Hoyer and Soul Colossal.
I'd like to hear them. Lincoln turned up some good talents. I knew Brent Claybaugh and Joe Decaus and Dustin Booth and Rob Gock from Nub.
Cool.
They moved out to the Lawrence area from Lincoln back in the day. I'm not sure they're on the scene here right now. He's laughing about the harmonies.
I still am.
That's good. You remember on the first album, on Good Time, there's songs on there that I did by myself, and everybody thinks it's girls. But it's me. What can I say?
That's incredible.
It sounds exactly how it should too. So
Good. This is the drummer Chell's probably favorite song to play. Or it was, at least. So we had to put it on the record for sure.
Great transition.
Thanks. somebody comes to see a Band of Light show, Cory Phillips, the Band of Light show, they're gonna get it all. You know, it's gonna be heavily rooted in the R&B, soul, funk, disco, but we got some blues in there. We've got some roots. I don't know, R&B country, and even something like this last song, "Dark Cloud, Black Magic," which is sort of like a dark, demented love song. With a lot of guitar elements. It's a real listening piece to close out the album. Like you start closing your eyes and I didn't realize if you're listening to this on your drive home, keep your eyes open. The harmony parts of this are pretty crafty too.
Yeah, this is pretty new for me, I think.
Yeah, pretty new for you.
You know that no one can like you do, child.
It's just a lullaby though, you know?
Yeah.
Keyboards, like I just lock in with you on that. Just...
That dark cloud above the black magic, you wear just like a veil. Ain't nobody gonna save you, honey. You got to save yourself.
Nice.
Kind of got some Pink Floyds and some
Oh, yeah.
Heroin Zeppelin in there.
Don't care.
That's what I was trying to think of, comparing it to the Floyd influence.
Yeah, the little guitar lick is very kind of a Floyd thing to do.
Love yourself.
There's a song on Presence called T for One, or at least T for No One, T for One, where Jimmy Page kind of just goes off. You can tell he's on the horse, and he's just really demonic stuff and twisted kind of minors and major juxtapositions, and I think that influenced this song. But then when we started pulling it together in rehearsals, it started taking on a little more of a Pink Floyd vibe, and so both were fun to celebrate as we all got lost in these songs.
No, I was definitely feeling like Floydy, Pink Floydy on this one.
It's okay. I'm alright with that.
That was really cool. I mean, the solo was great, but also what's going on underneath the solo is incredible there.
Yeah, well, we're trying to lead them around with the chord changes a little bit. Yeah. Thanks. We can go off and make our love
Taking us back to space, like the intro.
behind the flowers and trees.
We can run on, make our love behind.
Space hippies.
Ain't nobody that can cage you. Once your soul is free, get your soul free.
such a dream piece. It's such a fun way to end the album with it's already gone so many different places. It almost leaves you with this hunger to like go back and experience some of those other interpretations after us taking to a completely different place here. I don't think it leaves you exhausted of the sonic treatment. Like some albums can, you're like, okay, I'm done, what's next? And it goes, now what was that? I need to go back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel tired at all. You're still, like I said at the beginning of the second side here, I mean, you're still bringing new stuff we haven't heard before in an hour of music, you know? You're still bringing new stuff in.
Yeah. And so you just hit repeat on your CD, man. And, you know, keep going. Just keep driving, man.
Wow, that was nice.
Just keep driving. Sex, Thirsty, Love, Hunger, Cory Phillips and the Band of Light. We can keep talking, but right. Just if you want to pick it up, CoryPhillipsMusic.com is your home base.
That's right. You can also find it on iTunes or Amazon or wherever you find your nice music these days. Wherever you shop for fine music, you should be able to find it there. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to hear these out. I literally, when we were mixing the album and waiting on the master, I listened to it so much and had to listen to so many different versions of it, different headphones, different speakers and everything. Not against my will, believe you me. But I was worried that I would tire of it. And then after it was mastered by the great Bernie Grunman,
oh, wow.
He came back, and every time I listen to it, I'm just like, it's like so musical and so gentle on my ears and inviting, but I don't listen to it very often anymore. And it came out in May, the end of May 21st, and so we've been pushing it for a good 4 months now. And it still is not old to me. Like just hearing it right here, I want to go listen to it again, but louder. I'm like, wow, that sounds good.
Yeah, man, you got every right. It's a great record, and you should feel proud. And this is something you can feel proud about and enjoy for the rest of your life, you know?
Yeah, man. Make sure you're happy with it. You know, whatever you're out there recording, don't do it. Don't just go through the motions. Make sure it's going to, like, turn you on down the line, too. I'm very pleased that this group of guys were able to help me do that. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was a pretty fun process to record. Just like 3 days in the house, and
we had catered food.
We did.
I don't remember what exactly it was.
I can't remember either. I was about to say, what was it?
It was baked potatoes one day. It was chili the next day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was. It was very good home cooked food.
A lot of beer cans.
Yeah. Didn't want for anything. Just ordered some music.
Nice.
Oh yeah. So we Nate released a remix of his track not
the
track 10.
Third track on the third side, Give and the Take.
I think it's 7/7, so it would be track, it would be track 10.
Track 10.
Give and the Take.
Yeah.
He did a remix of it, and I don't know if you want to describe that remix. We got it up on Spotify. I know.
It is. It's pretty much out everywhere. I don't know, man. I told you, I thought those backgrounds were the girls' voices. I don't know. It's
Do you feel cheated? Did I cheat you?
No, it's great. No, the remix is I enjoy listening to it. I don't know how to describe it, but it
sounds to me like ethereal, sort of like urban remix. It's like reminds me of The Weeknd a little bit.
Okay.
You know how a little trancy. But it makes me sound like the Weeknd vibe. Who was the other one I brought up to you? Like, did I say
Maxwell.
Kanye? Oh, is it Maxwell?
Maxwell.
It sounds pretty cool and dreamy and hip and modern in ways that, you know, the band couldn't have done it that way, you know. But it's also such a cool song in the first place that, you know, in its normal form, it's just so interesting to hear it in this new edgy sort of hip form. You can check it out on Spotify, either under Cory Phillips and the Band of Light or under
Astralis. Yeah. Which is gonna be, I mean, it'll be in the show notes and all that stuff.
Yeah, we'll link to it.
Yeah. There'll be a remix of Candles coming out too by
Approach.
Cool.
Yeah, he mentioned it in the past. I didn't know if it was going to come. You know, he's a busy and fruitful guy.
No, he's got it on his plate. I know.
Meanwhile, I released "Give and the Take" as a single as well.
Oh, nice.
So it's like a cross.
Okay.
A cross thing. People can hear the remix at the same time.
What is that called? I don't know.
Crossover. Release.
Cross promotion.
Yeah, cross promotion.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But basically, you know, we want to get people into buying the record and in all its grandeur, before it's just all available on Spotify. So, you know, musicians gotta live, you know, and recoup expenses and such. So we're letting bits of its light come out on Spotify and the streaming platforms bit by bit.
It's funny. We've had a Spotify discussion kind of ongoing amongst the three of us and other people, and I was going to mention that, like, so when I released that single, that remix, like, it allowed, like, CD Baby allows you to, you know, do the splits and all that stuff. So, but in Apple Music, if you go to your the Band of Light, I think it might say you appear on, and then it'll see my remix. But if you go to Spotify, it used to show that and doesn't show that anymore. I was like, that's kind of messed up, man. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be on a soapbox, but I think you should have, you know, you should be able to go to an artist page, and then scroll down and see also appears on, you know, this and this and this.
Oh, I see. So it kind of like gives you some options. Exactly. Checking out some more.
And they're not doing that anymore, which is kind of messed up to me, Royce.
I've seen. Yeah. Well, we'll have to pick some bones with them. Spotify people. It occurs to me like Spotify these days is like the radio, you know, and that's, you know, it's just like, it's your free listening opportunity. If you like the single, you buy the album. And so I used to think, like, wow, the entire catalog of music that's ever been made is available at my fingertips, and all I have to pay is $10 a month. And then I was like, wait a second, I'm one of those people. And it kind of, you know, people who depend on that, like, well, is it on Spotify? Because then I don't need to buy your CD. It's like, I know. No, it's not. But we can kind of rewire the system a little bit by releasing singles to the platforms and sell our albums either through iTunes and Amazon or through the website, where we also sell the vinyl. So do go to the website Cory Phillips Music and pick up this incredible approach to modern and retro R&B, soul, in the spirit of sexuality and romantic love. Sex, thirst, love, hunger.
You heard it from the man. I don't think it really gets any better than that. Cory, it's been great to have you on. Love the album. And
thank you. This is fun.
Yeah, let's not wait 10 years to do it again, man.
You got it. We can listen to the first one now if you want.
Yeah, hey. Spring.
We can pick up my first albums too if you'd like. No, no, you won't have to wait that long. We're enthused and we're gonna use this momentum as much as possible.
Cool. We'll hold you to it. It's been the Long Play Listening Party. Later, everybody.
Thank you.